whether your class, as you are listening now, begins only when I come and sit down here, or it has started from the morning itself, like your meditation. Does your meditation begin only when you come to this place and close your eyes, or it begins from the moment you wake up? A very important question. You have to be little alert, awareful, conscious, because unconsciously the I, individuality, can very well compromise and feel, now I'm in my room, now I'm having a bath, or I'm going for dinner, breakfast, or I'm doing something, and not to think about the class or meditation, because unconsciously you equate your classes or your meditation yet with another activity, as though being in meditation is like any other activity. Please understand, being yourself, awareness, being the meditation is not an activity. It is your nature. All the time you must be aware. It doesn't begin or end, it's continuous. As even the classes. If in the class, as we are sharing these thoughts, you understand and see the meaning of these verses or words which leads you to yourself. So all the time, being with yourself, it's like being in the classroom. Again, which is not a job, because in the beginning stages, this 1 hour class helps you to with yourself. But you extend your classroom from your class here, the whole world, wherever you move, the garden, the room, the kitchen, the market, countries and continents, your past memories, present projections to future. Wherever you project yourself, there is your classroom. Always remembering yourself. Just see that. Or else you'll be unconsciously restless until I come and sit down. Your class doesn't begin when I come and sit down. It's always there. You are the subject. Your meditation doesn't begin when I ask you to close your eyes. It's always there. You are with yourself. Ask yourself the question, do you love to be with yourself? Do you feel restless when you close your eyes? Is unconscious sleep you lose yourself in engagements outside? There is so much of restlessness because you can't sit down for 5 minutes. Please see that. If your class begins the moment you wake up, if your meditation is there the moment you wake up, everything shall move effortlessly for you. Or else sometimes even the class can be drudgery, because other things are more interesting than listening to the classes. Perceptions are more interesting than being in meditation. Please see for yourself. Never ever lose yourself in unconscious activity. Then that shall trigger restlessness. And oh, be aware. Just see that for yourself. As you sit down, contented with yourself, there is no struggle within to open or close your eyes. My words are a great help, but when I don't speak, you are equally at rest with yourself. Just see that, please. Om Sarva Vedanta Siddhante Gocharam Dhamma Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyam. Okay. Verse number 458, please. Karmana nirmito deha prarabdham tasya kalpyatam nanaderatmano yuktam naivatma karma nirmitah ajo nitya saswata iti vrute srutiramo bhavag stadatmanatishtatosye kuta prarabdha kalpana. So I hope you are seeing these things clearly. Very important, as I told you. Be a little more conscious, because don't make this 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours in the classroom as a moment of study and the rest of is other activity. No. Even while engaging yourself in other activities, you can make it a classroom, and that also is your meditation. Very, very important. Like Shankara says, no, puja te vishayopabhoga rachana nidra samadhi sthitihi. Puja te vishayopabhoga rachana. O Lord, every sense enjoyment is worship. Sanchara padayo pradakshina vidhi. Wherever the feet goes, that is your circumambulation. Meaning every footstep is holy. Every word, yadyat karma karomi, whatever I do, aradhanam, worship. Stotrani sarvagirah, whatever I speak is your prasamsa, eulogy, a prayer to you. So that is how it should be. Not that in classroom, I am very conscious. The moment I go, I am restless, unconscious activity, and getting into more and more problems. No. You must see that your classroom extends to the entire universe. To all times, wherever you go. You are always in meditation. You are in meditation, you are eating. You are in meditation, you are walking. You are the meditation, you are reading something, talking to somebody, playing a game, but you are in meditation. Are you getting that, please? That must be seen, or else you will create a dichotomy, division between secular and religious. These are all religious pursuit. Building a shopping center or going around the world or putting something somewhere, doing something is all secular activity. No. Every activity is divine. When you forget yourself, every perception can be an ordinary sensation. When you are aware of yourself, every perception is meditation. That is why you don't differentiate between materialism, spiritualism, secular, religious. Everything is beautiful. And you can see it for your life. You sit down here 1 hour and listening to the classes. No time for any mischief. Very good boy, very good girl, very nice listening. The moment you step out, now there is an unconscious, unnecessary argument. And there is a huge emotional built up. That means you are not listening. You are not being with yourself. Then you are like compartmentalizing your life. When you are sleeping, you are not awake. When you are awake, you are not sleeping. So when you are in the class, you are not in the office. When you are office, you are not in the class. What is the difference? It's like another type of a sleep. Are you getting that, please? Every moment of your life must be beautiful. That is where the karma comes to manifest. Prarabdha karma, according to your prarabdha karma, everything shall get unfolded in front of you. Why a situation comes, you shall never know. Why a particular person comes, why something happens, you never know. But your attitude is very beautiful. In Sanskrit they say, Agate swagatam kuryat, gachantam na nivarayet. Very beautiful in Sanskrit. Agate swagatam kuryat. Agate, when it is coming, swagatam kuryat, may you welcome it. Vango, vango, come, come. Agate, when something comes, agate swagatam kuryat, swagatam, swagatam, please come, wonderful. Gachantam na nivarayet. When it is going, don't prevent it from going. When you are a happy person, are you getting that point? When your attitude is beautiful, agate swagatam, something comes, vango, bienvenue, welcome in, welcome, anything you can say. When something is going, don't prevent it from going. Gachantam na nivarayet, na nivarayet. Don't say, no, don't go, no. Did you bring it? No. Don't push it, don't hold it. Gachantam na nivarayet. When it goes, it goes. Gachantam na nivarayet. Moves. Understand? Relative comfort and discomfort will be there, but absolutely you are happy with yourself. If you lose yourself in relative comfort because of the arrival of a situation, you shall feel miserable when the situation changes. But if you are always happy with yourself, but you are accepting this comfortable situation for some time, when the situation changes, you are always happy with yourself. In relation to a discomfort before, now you feel comfortable. But one day that comfort will go away. Again discomfort will begin. But these relative situations you cannot change. Absolute, changeless, always with yourself. That is where a person gains the stability. You are always with yourself. It is like a deep-rooted pole. Because of the strong wind, the tip is moving. The top of the pole may be moving. And there is no strong wind, is restful. But the base is absolutely steady. Like the tree top. The tree is rooted. The root very strong. But the top is moving. Sometimes not moving. So if you can consider your physical body as the branches, the root is consciousness, absolutely steady. All of us are steady. Your mind can be moving a little here and there. Memories flashing, different types of memories. Physical body also swinging from comfort to discomfort to health to disease, old age to youth, childhood to youth to old age. The swinging will be there. But you are absolutely rooted in yourself. That is where when the karma comes, you experience it all. You want to do something about it, do. Don't want to also face it as it is. So now we'll go to this prarabdha karma where he says, karmana, so be conscious. Karmana nirmito deha. This physical body, because of prarabdha karma, it has come. Tasya prarabdham kalpedam. If you say, okay, let the body have the prarabdha. Now, anadehe atmanah yuktam. You cannot say that karma belongs to Atma. Why? Anade. Beginningless. Prarabdha, listen, because the prarabdha, you are born. So anything that is born has a prarabdha. Since yourself, Atma, Brahma, Ajaha, birthless, unborn, therefore there is no question of karma. Na ishyate, naivatma karma nirmitaha. Yourself, the awareness, is not karma nirmita, is not built by, caused by the karma. That is why, listen carefully, do not say, very important, do not say, if I am destined to be liberated, I will be liberated. In liberation, there is no destiny. Understand clearly. Because liberation, moksha, freedom is not a karma phala, is not the result of an action. It is something already existing, nitya siddhatvat, eternally existing. It is not the result of an action. If the result of an action, it will be finished. Because action being limited, result will be limited. Whereas who you are is not a result. It is not something which is created in time. Therefore, it does not get lost in time. So, no karma is necessary to produce it. So, you cannot say, if I am destined to be free, I shall be free. No. In freedom, there is no destiny. That is the ultimate destiny of yourself. The ultimate self-definition, where you are free. There is no choice in that. To be a professional or not to be a professional, to be a singer or not to be a singer, to be a gymnast, not to be a gymnast. All these things you can say destiny, your effort, result. Whereas in freedom, there is no question of it being the result of your karma. If I am destined to be free, I will be free. No, you are already free. So the destiny doesn't come there. That is why everybody can be free, but everybody can't be rich. Everybody can be poor. Everybody can't be an artist, everybody can't be a painter, can't be a musician. But everybody can be free. In that there is no difference whatsoever. So prarabdham is not for the self, the absolute. Why? Ajo nitya saswata iti brute shruti amoghavak. Shrutehe amoghavak. This is shruti amogha. This is the most, meaningful statement, powerful statement declared by the scripture. What is that? Ajo nitya saswata iti. Who you are is ajaha, unborn, nitya, eternal, saswata, ever existing. Therefore, there is no question of truth being created because of a karma. It is already existing. Sadatmana tishtata kuta prarabdha kalpana. So when a person is sada atmana tishtata, sada, always taking himself to be that which is ajo nitya saswata, unborn, eternal, ever existing, how can there be prarabdha kalpana? What is the prarabdha? Because there is no karma phala. You are always free with yourself. Why do you say that? Read next verse. Prarabdham siddhyati tadam yada dehatmana stitihi dehatma bhavo naiveshtah prarabdham tyajyatam yatah sarirasyapi prarabdha kalpana vrantirevahi adhyastasya kutas sattvam asatyasya kuto janihi ajatasya kuto nasah Prarabdham asatah kutah prarabdham siddhyati tadam yada dehatmana stitihi dehatma bhavo naiveshtah prarabdham tyajyatam atah. So prarabdham tada siddhyati yada dehatmana stitah. As long as you are existing as I am the body, dehatmana stitah, as long as you continue to exist, live in this world with an idea, I am the body, tada prarabdham siddhyati, that long prarabdha karma will affect you. Because if you say, I am the body, the changes of the body will affect you. Body is sick, I am sick. Body is healthy, I am healthy. Dehe pushte, aham pushta. Body is nourished, body is healthy, I am healthy. Dehe nashte, aham nashta. Body is gone, I am gone. That is the average man's feeling. If you have that idea that the physical body is an instrument, deha nimitta matram, a karanam, instrument. Like your car. You have a car. You purchase it, you maintain it, go about it. But at one time, the car develops a dent or something goes wrong. What do? You change some part at one time, condemn, bring another. Exactly the same way. When Bhagavad Gita you shall see, you will read. Bhagavad Gita, you will see that. In the same way, body also, just like a piece of cloth. Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihnati naro parani tatha sarirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. It's amazing verses. Jirnani vasansi vihaya, as even the person gives up the new clothes. New clothes? Right, you are listening. So, as the person gives up the old clothes, jirnani, then do you move naked? Suppose your old cloth is old, you give up. Then hang around naked? No. You pick up a new cloth. Tatha, jirnani sarirani bihai, when the body becomes ruin, now jiva knows this is no more good. Drop it. Take another navani dehi, new body, according to your karma. Just like that. So you can ask a question, we'll see that in Bhagavad Gita, you know. But then we see young people dying. Yes. Body is young or old, who has to decide? The cloth is old or new, who has to decide? The onlooker or the wearer? Suppose you are a very rich person, yesterday's cloth is today old. You are a Travancore Maharaja. There was a king in India. Yesterday's cloth is, every day he has to have a new cloth because yesterday's cloth is old. You don't believe it. Have you not seen millionaires? There is a fetish for a car. 2008 means 2008 model. 2007 model old. They must have the latest model every year. 2008, 2000, 2009, 2000, 2010, 2010. So car is old or new, who decides? The owner, not the onlooker. A Sardar taxi driver will purchase a 20-year-old car and say, oh, brand new. It's brand new. You can tie down everything. One engine to other engine, one wire, another, boom, it starts. So, goes. No problem. So, who decides? Anyway, so physical body, if you identify the body, according to the prarabdham, whatever comes to the body, if it is pushte, pushtaha, healthy, you are healthy. Nashte, nashtaha, if it is dying, you are dying. You can't say, no, everybody must take care. Very good. Everybody must take care. Who tells you not? Why should you take away human responsibility? But in spite of your best care, the toy will break. Imagine a gymnast dying in a car accident. Just imagine a gymnast dying in a car accident. Imagine the 100 kilometers or 10 kilometers marathon runner die in a boat tragedy, sinks. Suddenly what shall you think? What is the idea of running? The fellow ran about and died in 35. Doesn't matter, let me just live and die. That is where people become fatalist. Because when you see the person who is taking best care of his health, but suddenly dies. Don't ask why. That is the prarabdham. The fastest Formula 1 driver car, Formula 1 driver, Senna, the Brazilian boy, dies in Brazil in a car accident. The one who can negotiate 300 km speed per hour dies in a road accident. What do you think of it? There are people who escape First World War, Second World War, battlefield thing, and they die in a swimming pool. In a battlefield where thousands of bullets crisscrossing, the fellow escapes. But somebody throws a stone, it hits his head and he is dead. How? Please understand. So there is karma. And the karma is for the body, you can say for the physical body. Because why you are in this size, which size you are? The gene that you collected, why? No other explanation except your karma. So physical body comes like that. Prarabdham idyadi yada. Yada dehatmanasya. So as long as you consider yourself body, that long the prarabdha is functioning. That is why dehatma bhava naiva ishtaha. Therefore it is not desirable to have this dehatma bhava, that I am the body. Body you cannot give up. But I am the body, that idea you can give up. Are you getting that point? Body cannot be given up. You don't have to give up. Because body is, it will take its own time. And that there is a body is not a problem. That I am the body becomes a problem. That is why dehatma bhava na ishtaha. Deha is not, don't say deha is not ishtaha. Dehatma bhava. I am the body. Like riches are not a problem. I am rich is a problem. Like that body is not a problem. So therefore, prarabdham tyajyatam yataha. Therefore, don't take prarabdham to be affecting you. Because if you take yourself atma bhava, I am the self, the absolute, body is the body, prarabdha comes to the body, you are least affected by it. Okay. Sarirasya even. So this is just a step by step. Then he shall tell you how no karma exists. Sarirasya pi prarabdha kalpana bhrantireva. So first he tells you, okay, if you want to establish prarabdham, you cannot give it to the Atma because it is unborn. Prarabdha is meant for the something which is born. Since Atma, the self, the absolute is unborn, there is no prarabdha. Okay. Shall we say body? Okay, let us take to the body. Because only with the body, because the prarabdhas and changes take place. If you identify with the body, you will drag that prarabdha karma to yourself. Therefore, don't identify the body, be with yourself. So, let the prarabdha be spent through the body. That is second statement. Third statement is, Sarirasya pi prarabdha kalpana vranti. It is also a mistake to say that the prarabdha belongs to body. Do you know why? You will look at the logic now. Yeah, your head will twist. That is why That is why in this Vedic Sanatana Dharma tradition, it is not a matter of belief and disbelief. Believe in God, don't believe in God, nothing else is there. No, it's a huge thinking. It completely puts your head upside down. If you are an intelligent person alone, you can approach this. That is why even many people in this tradition itself are not aware what is inside. Until you study, you will not know what is inside. Ask average Hindu. If you call those guys Hindu, those who follow this tradition, sometimes outsiders know more about Hindu tradition than the Hindus themselves because they don't study. There is no study. The person doesn't know anything. For what he knows is what is exposed as childhood. Worship this God, worship that God. This God, I am the superior caste, he is inferior caste. This nonsense, which has absolutely no sanction anywhere. Because you will be seeing surprise in the caste system we are talking about. The people who are trying to say, oh, there is so much of caste system, we are trying to free them, so we are converting them. Now what will happen? Have you seen in India? Suppose there is a Brahmana, Vaishya, Kshatriya, Sudra. Let us say they got converted to some religion, some other religion. Say, take an example, Christianity. In South India, you can see that. There will be Nadar Christian. There will be the, Brahmana Christian. And the Nadar Christian, Brahman Christian will not marry the Nadar Christian. What is problem in Orissa? Orissa, there are two tribes in the area. One known as a Pano. Pano means the people who are drum beaters. Another one is known as the Kandha. Kandha means those who are real tribal people living there for a long time. Now the Kandhas, they are very strong. They are very proud of their heritage. They don't want to convert. And these Panas are there, they have converted. And they are still known as Pana Christian. I'm not telling joke. It's I'm telling you the absolute truth. Okay. So previously, Pana and they were a scheduled caste and they were scheduled tribe. In India, these are complex things. Scheduled tribe means very, very backward. Scheduled caste means okay, backward. Backward, but this is more backward, this is less backward. Even the scheduled tribe remains scheduled tribe because they don't convert. Once you convert, you are not supposed to have any caste system. So once you get converted to Christianity, you are not supposed to be scheduled caste anymore. So the privileges go away. That is constitution. The privileges go away. Now the people who are converting, they want to have both the sides of the drum. They want to take it from the religion which is converting them and also demanding privilege from the government as a scheduled caste. That is where the scheduled tribe people say no. If they have converted, they forfeit the right to these government facilities. These people, what they do, previously they were taking Christian names. Now they are so smart, they maintain Hindu names, put up the tulsi, that plant in front of their house, but they are Christians. So for the government, when the record comes, Hindu name, Hindu thing, but they are Christians. It becomes like are you getting that point? It becomes like a cancer cell which goes into the healthy cell, makes him feel that I am part of you, but starts killing it from inside. So the fight is really not between the Hindu and Christian. The fight is between the Pana and Kandha, the tribal area. The Kandha people, they don't want these Panas to be taking advantage from both the sides. And the religious people who said, we convert, we shall provide you everything. After converting, they don't take care of them. Now they are also fighting. No, they should also be part of the thing. Then why should they go to your side? Let them be what they are. These are all funny things. Are you getting that point, please? It's very, 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 very funny situation. That is why this system has to be studied. If anybody has to fix it, the tradition has to fix it. Because in this tradition, caste system has no meaning. Which you are seeing it today, as it is seen, it has no meaning. Do you know why? Previously, there was no caste system. Have you seen a caste name? In Mahabharata, Ramayana, have you seen? What is Ramayana? Names are Dasaratha, Rama, Ravana, not Dasarath Iyengar, Raman Chaturvedi, Hanuman Singh. There is no such stuff. Only names, no caste name. Mahabharata also, Pandava, Kaurava, that Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sadhava, Krishna. It's not that Krishna, Yadav, Rama, these, Krishna. No. According to your guna, the karma, you are given the jati. If you are doing driving, driver. If you are chariot, charioteer. Like today, somebody is driving, you call him driver. But if his son is an engineer, will you call him a driver? Is the driver's son a driver? So how can the pot maker's son be a pot maker? That is why if you look at the gods, none of them are of the priest class. What is the caste of Rama? Because he is a king, Kshatriya. What is the caste of Krishna? Yadava. Or call it Kshatriya also, if he is son of Vasudeva and all that, if you say. What is the caste of Vyasa who wrote everything? You can't say anything. Do you know why? The father was a rishi, sage, and the mother was a fisherwoman by profession. So, and out of wedlock. So, in modern language, you should say illegitimate. So, the one who gave Vedas, codified Vedas and Mahabharata is illegitimate. About whom it is written? Krishna, some caste, Rama, like that. And where is the priest class? Brahmana. And if my father is a god, I can't worship him. I need a Brahmana to worship him, right? Don't you think it's ridiculous? You understand the point? So anybody who knows driving is a driver. Anybody who knows worshipping is a priest. Not a Brahman priest. No. If you do that, all the works will be done so beautifully. Everywhere, all people, whatever you can do, you do. Today, that is why the problem even in the priest class, because no priest wants to be a priest anymore, because there is no money. The priest's son wants to be a shopkeeper. He wants to open a leather merchant shop, leather merchant, or he can be anything. Study this, study that, but except the priest thing. So then allow other person, whoever worships, let him be a priest. Then the tradition will continue beautifully. There is no fear. Once you don't do it, but people, it has gone into so much into the system. Other day one person asked me, Swamiji, I want to give a cow. I said, yes. Can I give it in ashram? I said, yes, give it. Is there a Brahmin priest? I said, why? He wants to give it cow to the priest, priest will take it. I said, boy, what is this? I said, you keep your cow with you. You are a holy cow. What a waste. We've gone into the system. You go, you can see the people. They will go to the temple. But unless they give the priest 20 rupees, they don't feel comfortable. They don't feel comfortable because it is in them. He must be fed. That person must be fed. Brahmin must be fed. So 100 poor people, you won't feed him. But this man is so well fed, you feed him. I mean, this is a psychological disaster. Whole caste system. Understand? So, these things did not exist. Anybody can be born in, and it's just say, you need to think. In a Sanatana, this Hindu, this tradition, Vedic tradition is a human tradition. Because division of labor is everywhere there. Roles will be everywhere there. So ultimately, it takes you beyond everything. Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Duragam. Beyond caste, creed, sex, race, nationality, religious, secular, every faith. Who you are is either a religious entity, or a secular entity, or a political entity, or a social entity. But who you are is who you are. You are the only one? No, everybody is same thing. Be that. Then what role you want to pick up? You choose. What a choice. What a choice. You be happy with yourself. Then what role you want to play? Don't ask me. Why are you asking me? What shall I put on? You feel like you put on what you want to. What shall I eat? What are you asking me? Eat what you want. Whatever is available. You understand? A happy man cannot be a criminal. A happy person cannot torture others. Be happy and try to plan killing somebody. Try. Just try. Please try. Some 4 or 5 happy-go-lucky fellows sitting down and planning what? How to murder somebody. It doesn't work. Only unhappy, miserable, tortured, tormented, frustrated people will be sitting down and create plan for destroying other people so that they feel comfortable. Because their misery is so heavy, they will try to make the other person more miserable so that they feel happy. That is why you need brainwashing, justification for terrorism. It's just like that you can't kill a person. You must go into a system. They have killed you, they have killed your brother, they have killed your sister, they have raped this one, they have destroyed this one. Therefore, you must take revenge. Then suddenly, yes, I think I should do that. Then you forget that you are a human being. Understand the point? So, you have to study these things and see, look at the logic. It will twist your brain now. Sarirasyapi prarabdha kalpana bhrantirevai. Even to say the prarabdha belongs to the body, that also is wrong. Why? Adhyastasya kutah sattvam. Listen. This physical body is adhyasta. Already, while explaining creation, I already explained to you. If you look at this creation, listen carefully. If you look at this creation, you cannot say this is Sat, ever existing, because continuously changing. You can't say it's Asat, non-existent, because available for perception. Then what shall you call it? Mithya. To think in those terms itself, you have to literally rewire your brain. Because the brain has been thinking in a particular way, everything is real, perception is real. No. You can't call this creation Sat, ever existing as it is, because continuously changing. Therefore, shall I say non-existent, never existing? No, non-existent, how is it available for perception? Then what it is? Mithya, apparent. Like the snake appearing in the rope. You look at the snake and you jump. Can you say this snake is real? Listen carefully. Can you say this snake is real? If the snake is real, even when you bring in the light, the snake should be there. If it goes away, that means it is not real. So therefore, can you say it is unreal, non-existent? If it is non-existent, why did you jump? Do you jump anything from non-existent? Do you jump from anything non-existent? That means appearance. As long as you see it, it is there. This snake, called as the mithya, adhyasa. Adhyasa means superimposition. Superimposition means when adhisthana abhana, when the substratum, the foundation is not visible, something is projected on the adhisthana. Adhyasa means atasmin tadbuddhi. Tasmin tadbuddhi jnanam. To see the rope as a rope, knowledge. Tasmin rajju, rajju buddhi. In the rope, if you see it as a rope, jnanam, knowledge, no problem. Don't see at all, then also no problem. Ignorance also no problem. But you look at the rope, but see the snake. Atasmin tadbuddhi. In that rope, which is in that, you see a snake which is not there. A snake comes up. When the snake comes, what do? Run. You see the garland? You go towards. So you lose sight of the reality. This is known as the adhyasa. Since, understand, since it is neither Sat nor Asat, it is Mithya Adhyasa. Now he says, Adhyastasya kuta sattvam, that which is adhyasta, that which is superimposed, that which is an appearance, how can you call it as the real? Just like the physical body. You can't say this creation as a real, because continuously changing. Can't say unreal, available perception. So this is an adhyasa on consciousness, all pervasiveness. If you see the rope as it is, no problem. If you see your self-consciousness as it is, no problem. Don't see the rope at all, no problem. Don't know yourself as in deep sleep state, no problem. See and not see, problem begins. Be conscious and not know yourself, problem begins. That is where the projection. And of course, the creation is not your personal appearance, it is the total mind. That is where Ishvara comes in. Remember that example in the Tattvabodha classes. We'll see that self-knowledge course 20th again. Think. So that is how the appearance. So when this appearance is there, kutas sattvam asatvasya kuto jani. So since it is not real, what is the question of it being born? The snake which is, are you getting that? The snake which is an appearance cannot be born. Why? Because an appearance thing is never born. It has no beginning. It just appears. Because of ignorance. When did the ignorance begin? Beginningless. So since it is not born, there is no question of, since it is not real, there is no birth. If there is no birth, what prarabdham? Are you getting that? If there is no birth, because of the prarabdha, it will cause a birth, growth and other things. Since it is not born, it is not there, what is the question of? No birth, what is the question of? Kuto nasa. Adhyastasya kuto janihi. So that which is superimposed has no birth. Ajatasya kuto nasa. Ajatasya kuto nasa. That which is unborn, how can it be destroyed? So prarabdha means it brings the body in and also end of the body. Now, if it is not there, there is no question of it being born. If it is not there, there is no question of it being dead. Can the unborn snake, can it born and die? Think, the apparent snake, is it born? No. Does it, therefore can it die? No. So what prarabdham? Therefore there is no prarabdham. That is why there is no birth and rebirth. Can you believe? That is why there is no rebirth. Nothing. Only one consciousness, all pervasive. To bring in that concept to explain few things. Fantastic. Ajatasya kuto nasa prarabdham asata kutah. Therefore, what is the question of prarabdha? For something which doesn't exist. The body is adhyasta, superimposed. So there is no prarabdha for the body. For the self there is no prarabdha. For the body also there is no prarabdha. So karma for whom? Useless. There is no karma, no janma, no nothing. Only one unborn, one awareness alone. That is why, no, I don't believe in rebirth. You don't have to. But that talks about, why are you worried? If you believe in birth, I will bring in rebirth. If it is unborn, what is the question of being reborn? Other day somebody asked me, Swamiji, are you going to be reborn? I said, I am not even born. What is the reborn? To be, he asked me, Swamiji, are you going to be reborn? I said, you are. What are you asking? If I am born only, I will be reborn. I am not even born. So what is the reborn? What is born is body. I. Never born, never dead. So what is the karma? What is the janma? What is the death? What is the rebirth? Understand? Don't say, I don't believe in rebirth. That becomes arrogance. If you are born, you will be reborn. If you have an idea, I am born, you like it or not, reborn. Because birth means death of the previous condition. Death means birth of a new condition. If you feel I am born, you shall be dead. You will have a feeling that I am dying. And if you have a feeling I am dying, you can't escape being born. But if you say I, born or the dead, ever existing. That is why you can accept the concept, you can reject it also. Know it. That is where you get freedom, absolute freedom. That's why you have no conflict with anybody. Somebody believes in something, yes. Doesn't believe in something, oh, that also is fine. What do you do? If fellow becomes a yes man, like what is that person? Ravana. Ravana had a prime minister. His name is Prahasta. Prahasta. That prime minister is an idiotic prime minister in the whole political administration of the universe. He must have been the useless prime minister. Yes, minister. Whatever the king says, he says. Ravana says, Hanuman they capture. And the Hanuman, the monkey who sets fire into Lanka, they capture him. Ravana says, this monkey must be burnt. This monkey must be dead, must be punished. They catch him before setting fire. This monkey must be punished. Then everybody, then the prime minister says, yes, Maharaj, this monkey must be punished. Then somebody says, but he is a messenger. Traditionally, messenger should not be punished for the message. So we should not punish it. He is a messenger, so we should not punish it. Immediately prime minister says, yes, Maharaj, he is a messenger, so we should not punish it. But who cares? He cut his master cut the nose of my sister. Yes, Maharaj, who cares? He cut the nose of your sister. Should we be afraid of that man? No, Maharaj, we should never be afraid of the man. But they say he is God. Yes, Maharaj, he is God. Now to this type of idiotic prime minister, what can he do? That type of useless thinking is this. Upanishad is so open. Whatever you say, yes. Am I free? Yes. But I don't feel free. That's also right. Am I born? Yes, you are born. But they say I am birthless. Yeah, you are birthless. Is a man, God is a man or woman, whatever you like. I think he's a man. Okay, he's a man. But why only man? Oh yeah, why only man? He's a woman must be. Oh yeah, he's a woman also. But I don't like this man and woman. I like children. Okay, he's also baby. But any form I don't like, Swamiji. I like stone. Yeah, he's also stone. No, why any form? Why don't be formless? Yes, why can't it be formless? You understand? You behave like an idiot. Absolute idiot. Why? Absolute clarity. The person with absolute clarity can behave like an absolute idiot. Because everything is true for you. Everything you see is not that you are compromising on anything. Uncompromising truth means you are one with everybody. Your truth doesn't stand apart from anybody. Truth means it is content of everything. Truth is content of everything. Even the truth is the falsehood of the... Okay, what is the truth about the falsehood? That it is a falsehood is the truth of it. You cannot escape truth. Are you getting that? Even if falsehood, truth exists. Yes. How do you say that? It is false. That it is false is the truth of it. You understand the beauty? So, what is the prarabdha? Be yourself. Okay, then why do they bring? Read the next two verses. Jnanena jnanakarasya samulasya layo yadi tishthatyayam katham deha iti shankavato jadan samadhatum bahya drushtya prarabdham vadati shrutihi natu dehadi satyatva bodhanaya vipaschitam jnanena jnanakaryasya samulasya layo yadi tishtati ayam katham deha iti shankavato jadan samadhatum bahya drushtya Prarabdham vadati shrutihi natu dehadi satyatva vodhanaya vipaschita. Okay, let's see. Very beautiful now. The question is, so prarabdham, where does it belong? Not to the self, not to the body. So where is the karma? There is no karma. That's why you don't have to be afraid of anything. All this possible only if you know yourself. If you don't know yourself, dehatma buddhi yavat paryantam tishtati. As long as you sit down with an idea, I am the body, then you shall drag the limitation of the body onto yourself. No choice. Please. So, now we say, jnanena ajnana karyasya, jnanena jnana karyasya, jnanena, there is a akara there, jnanena ajnana karyasya samulasya layo yadi. Yadi, if you say, jnanena, with the knowledge, ajnana karyasya samulasya laya. By the knowledge, the ignorance and ignorance born, all effects are completely wiped out. Then, katham deha tishtati? How does the body exist? Iti shankavato jadan. See the language he has used. So there are some jada. Jada means some inert, idiotic brain, which are not functional. Jada. They are not very smart. Dumb, really dumb dodo. That is the exact translation of jada is dumb dodo. There are some people who will ask this type of dumb question. What is that? In case, when you get this knowledge, the ignorance, all effect of the ignorance completely goes away. Then the body should disappear. How come the body is existing? To explain to him, samadatum bahya drushtya. From the standpoint of the external standpoint of this person, whose vision is at the level of the body itself, for his sake, prarabdham vadati shruti. Shruti prarabdham vadati. The scripture, the Shruti, Mother Shruti, talks about the prarabdha. To explain that. Natu dehadi satyabodhanaya. It is not talked about, the karma is not brought about to establish the reality of the body, but only to explain to this ignorant man the possible, to explain the ignorant man about the continuation of the body after the knowledge takes place. There are two types of adhyasa. Please understand. There are two types of adhyasa, superimposition. One is, please take that example. The technical name just slips my head. I'll bring you that name and later on talked about. There are two types of adhyasa. One is a superimposition where rope and snake. Rope and snake. When you see the rope, understand, when you see the rope, the snake goes away, never to come again. Are you getting that? The snake is a projection on the rope because of your ignorance. But once you see the rope, does the snake continue? Continuously, it totally disappears. Another one is abhreshu nilatadivat. On this space, you say blue sky. The sky has no color. Even when you know the sky is not blue, does the blue go away? That is second type of adhyasa. One is known as jnana adhyasa, other is known as artha adhyasa. Which one is what exactly? I will connect it up later on. Are you getting that point, please? One is Even after you know sun never rises, it continues to, as though, continues to rise. Even after you know, your knowledge is earth is round. Do you see flat earth or round earth? Flat earth. Even after you know earth is moving, sun is steady. But what do you see? Sun continues to move, earth appears to be steady. In the same way, in the knowledge of yourself, even after you know the body doesn't exist, I am the self, the absolute, still the body continues to exist. Are you getting that? That is why this is like, when I taught over the classes, I told you, beautiful example in your, what you call as the perception and the knowledge. Do you remember that clearly? Perception and knowledge. Your perception can be something and your knowledge can be something. You think of that. Perception and knowledge. Perceptually, earth is flat. Knowledge-wise, earth is round. For perception, to see sun is rising. In your knowledge is, sun never rises. Now, because of your perception, listen carefully, because of your perception, your knowledge is not affected. And because of your knowledge, your perception doesn't change. Very two important statement. Because of your knowledge that the sun never rises, the perception doesn't change. Perception continues. Because of your knowledge that the earth is round, perception doesn't change. You continue to see the flat earth. And because of your perception of a flat earth, the knowledge is not affected. Exactly in the same way, because of your perception of a body, knowledge that I am the self, the absolute, is not affected. Or because of your knowledge, I am the absolute, the meaning of the word I, aham pratyaya gochara, the meaning of the word I, consciousness all pervasive, perception doesn't change. Bodies don't disappear. Body continues. So even while looking at, even while using the flat earth, you remember the roundness of the earth. Even while using the body, you remember the bodiless awareness. That is yourself. So that is why it is only to explain the continuation of the body, the karma is brought about. Just like, remember this, to explain the ignorance, the horse was, to explain the creation, the concept of Maya, ignorance is brought in. But if you see the oneness, what ignorance? Because there cannot be simultaneous coexistence between the light and shadow. Light and darkness. Knowledge and ignorance cannot stay together. So always consciousness alone is existing. That's why it's beautiful. You see it for yourself. Then, having seen it, that doesn't mean body completely disappears. Body appears to be, but no more you take the body to be real. It is existing. Okay, you use the perception, but knowledge is not affected. You continue to use your body. Previously you took the body to be yourself, now use the body, but it is your body, it's not you. It's your thoughts, it's not you. So you use everything in life, no more affected by anything. What a freedom, what a freedom. And freedom means what? Think of it. What is mastery? Mastery over the car means what? You are driving the car, but you drive it as you like. Suppose I am a master driver. Where is your car? Gone. This is happiness. Where is your happiness? Body is gone. Thought is gone, creation disappears. Then what is mastery? Are you getting that? So everything exists, but nothing affects. Then only you are a master. Swami. When you say Swami, why this title Swami? Swami means master. Master of what? Not somebody. Your mind, your body, your sense organs. You choose. what to do, and then face the consequences. Suppose, I want to do some nonsensical activity, I have to kill somebody, then get ready to be killed also. Don't, you see that, it is incomprehensible freedom. This knowledge, the way it opens up the infinite vista for yourself, nobody can even comprehend what exactly it is. If you listen to those extreme descriptions, you shall think it's a pure perversion. And because the person, even if Krishna says in one Bhagavad Gita, when you see that, we'll see that. Okay. If I talk out everything, when I start Bhagavad Gita, you shall say, we have already heard. So I won't tell. I'll keep the secret with myself. When a book comes, you'll see. Fantastic. Slowly they do that, because, it's like a child. The father doesn't introduce the child all the gold and diamond when he's 5-year-old. You give him toys. What toys you give him? Paper toys, plastic toys. Why don't you give the gold ornaments to 5-year-old? You won't know what to do with it. When he's 15, 20, 25, 30, you become responsible, okay, gold only. Then they understand the value of diamond and platinum, slowly. Then you tell him, I had a 1,000-acre ranch there also. Oh, father, you never told me. It's okay. Now it is yours. Why? Because the child is not prepared. Because child is still excitable, no? Suppose you tell the child in the beginning, there is nothing wrong in doing whatever you do. No papa, no punya. The first thing you will experiment is on that. There is nothing right, nothing wrong. That's what the children, they will experiment upon. Which whatever is convenience, that becomes the law for the growing youngster. Whatever is convenient, not whatever is necessary, what is convenient. So most people become lazy, lethargic only because of that. Suppose I say, if you want to study, you can study. If you want to play, you want to play. What should you do? You want to write a note, you can write a note. Or if you want to sleep also, you can sleep. What shall you do? Write a note, right? First you sleep. Getting up, little more sleep. Getting up, little more sleep. Then when you start writing a note, sleepy. You'll never write a note. Because that is effort. Why people can't do that? Understand? That's why slow. Push them into the best of the knowledge. Okay, having told this, now, what happened? Yes, samadhatum bhaya drishtya prarabdham vadati shruti. So the prarabdham is brought in only for explaining. It is, Shruti has no heart in establishing the truth of the body. Vipaschitam bodhanaya. It is natu dehadi satyatva bodhanaya. Satyatva bodhanaya is not for telling the people, and it's not for the lauded. It is only for the jadana, the people who lesser intellect, no capacity to think, for explanation, prarabdha. Therefore, also really happy. True. That's right. Prarabdha, what to do. Now, read. Having with this, the whole thing is over. So, Sanchita is finished, Agami is finished, Prarabdha doesn't belong to anybody. Over. And if you want to say, okay, since the Prarabdha has already started, it will be finished only by Bhoga. Therefore, for the wise man, the body continues, and according to Prarabdha, whatever comes, body encounters it. The person never drags it onto himself. The Prarabdha is over, body falls away, he is free with himself. Having finished it, now he goes back to again contemplative mode on the Absolute. Just read. Paripurnamanadyantam Aprameyam avikriyam Ekamevadvayam Brahma Neha nanasti kinchana Sadghanam chidghanam nityam Anandaghanamakriyam Ekamevadvayam Brahma Neha nanasti kinchana Paripurnam manadyantam Aprameyam avikriyam Ekamevadvayam Brahma Neha nanasti kinchana Sadghanam chidghanam nityam Anandaghanamakriyam Ekamevadvayam Brahma Neha nanasti kinchana. Now you know the meaning, I don't have to explain it. All the words are already explained, no? Are you getting that? It's all truth. I'm not telling you joke, because every word is already explained. And what it again it brings you back to the contemplation. Why? Because that is the crux of everything. Only when your understanding of yourself is very clear, karatala amalakavatu, like a fruit on your palm, as conspicuous as a fruit or a flower or anything on your palm, that conspicuous becomes the knowledge of the self. Then this karma, janma, punarjanma, rebirth, birth, everything becomes useless. Because you are always in meditation, ever unborn, ever existing. Physical body is to be taken care of as long as it continues. You don't neglect the body. At the same time, you are not holding on to the body. If you hold on to the body, you shall be disappointed, you will be deceived. It is like trying to hold on to an iceberg, a small iceberg in the water to cross the ocean. It is continuously melting away. When it is melting away, where shall you go? Are you getting that point? This physical body, made out of the 5 elements, continuously disintegrating in the ocean of elements, space, air, fire, water, earth. Holding on to this continuously melting apparatus of a body, you can't be secured. Therefore, know yourself. Neither you can hold on to this body, nor you can throw away this body. You have no business. This body is your instrument, only with which you have the access to the universe. Therefore, your physical body is an amazingly innocent instrument. So, as even you take care of an instrument, your car, your vehicles, your computers, your cameras, your TVs, your home, which provides you some shelter and comfort. Your physical body is all in one. It is a shelter, it is a camera, it is a sound box, loudspeaker, listening in device, touching device, tasting device, smelling device, thinking device. Everything is in this. It's a beautiful device. But for a car, don't you keep a garage? For a car, don't you create a garage? Why? It should not be weather beaten, affected by the cold, heat, rain. So for this device, versatile device of a physical body, a home is needed so that it doesn't get faster wear and tear. Extreme summer, extreme winter, too much of rain. Now in Odisha is blasting for last 2 days, 48 hours, blasting rain. And also low pressure. So heavy rain. Soon the railway flood will come. Now suppose everybody standing there, what will happen? Stand on the rain for 40 hours, see what happens. Live in a desert, sun for continuously exposing into that, or go into the Alaska or Finland and other places, expose yourself, the bare body to the cold. The instrument will collapse. How much care you are taking the instrument? Do you understand the point? No, it's a matter to think. A spacecraft which takes you to moon, how much care you take? $1 trillion, $1 billion business machines, $1 billion machines. And human body? Because of which all these $1 billion machines are functional. How much more precious is this? And they said, I don't know how far it is true, in the University of Yale in America, they tried to calculate as to how much it will cost to create a human body. Because now they are selling blood plasma, cells, bone marrows, creating artificial bone, eyes, cornea, brain, tissues, cells, different type of thing. You are all creating, no? So suppose you say the whole human body, the material cost, how much will cost? They say $1 trillion. $1 trillion means you know what? $1,000 billion. Okay, let us say somebody is very much exaggerating. Even if it's $1 billion, forget 1,000 billion. You understand what a machine you are carrying around? $1 billion machine carrying around. Are you poor? A person is going in a Ferrari, will you call him poor? But the fellow with a much more costly machine called a human body calls himself poor. That poverty, poor and rich concept must disappear. Can you be a wise human being? You understand? You have no possession, but you have this knowledge. That is why simple living, high thinking. What a tradition. But today everybody looks at you through things that you have. What car you riding, what house you riding, everybody is going crazy. And religious organizations have totally destroyed themselves, taking care of the little something, survival, which the other person can take care. A contemplative teacher, a contemplative master is not supposed to be wasting the time on that. Sounds very harsh. Can you satisfy the greed of a person? Very nicely Gandhi said, there is enough to fulfill the need of billions, but there is not enough to fulfill the greed of a single person. You can satisfy the need of billions of people, but you cannot satisfy the greed of one person. Right or wrong? Think. You need something. Food, I can give you. But if you have greed, whatever you get, only rice, sambar illa. Give him sambar, only rice and sambar, no vegetable. Only rice and some vegetable. South Indian food only. Why? North Indian food you don't serve. Huh? Alright, North Indian food is served him. Then what is it? Only this much. What about Mexican food? This fellow, now will you give some charity to that fellow? To a greedy person, can you satisfy? But there is enough in this universe to satisfy everybody's need. Today, what have you made? You have made the greed as the need of the individual. Sophistication means, understand, sophistication means, progress means the definition have changed. The greed of the person is understood as the need of the person. That is why Parents go crazy, children go crazy, government go crazy, everybody goes crazy. Why? Because you want to satisfy the greed. Only that, like very rich man thinks, poor, my child, my son, 19 years, now 18, he's a 14, 15, 16-year-old, poor things, he wants only a Ferrari, I must give, So that greed is his need, you understand? Now he's 25-year-old, he should have his house for himself. So I'm spending 100 million purchasing. It's a birthday present. Poor thing. He needs a roof over the shoulder, a roof over the head, so $100 million. Only rich people. Everybody does the same thing. Everybody does it. You have taken the greed as your need. Who will be happy in this world? Think. Instead of helping him to know the truth, now the religious bandwagons are coming in and feeding the greed. If you come to me, you will have this food, you will have this monkey dress, you will have this knowledge, you will go to the foreign countries, you will do this. Now what are you doing? You are creating the greed as the need and then fulfilling it. So everybody will go there. Just think. Compromise, compromise, compromise. Ishvara. Again and again, you think about yourself. That's why this contemplation, the more you contemplate, suddenly you discover this body is a beautiful instrument. You have to maintain as much your body is precious for you, everybody's body is precious for them. You don't want your body to be destroyed, you don't destroy somebody's body. Who can easily destroy other people? The fellow who thinks he is useless. His soul lies in the heaven, so quickly he kills himself to go there. So in the process he can kill everybody else also. What a disaster! Understand? Whereas body is beautiful instrument. Svai deha devalaya proktaha. The body is your temple, is the abode of God. Dehi deva maheshwara. In this body, the indweller is Shiva, the truth, the absolute itself. That is why you don't have to go to temple. In your own body, in your own house, you can have a temple. In your own house, you can establish a shrine. Many theologies don't accept it. Because outside, that gives you a security in the mass, in togetherness. In your own house, you can. Still further is, your own body is the temple. You don't have to establish a temple there. Your body is a temple. Remember yourself. But why should you do that outside? Because that you are holding your body as a temple and worshipping the God in you is not visible for your child. So for child's sake, have an external symbol so that tradition is perpetuated. It's so beautiful. But the idea is not to condemn the person to the outside statue or a form. Help him to bring it to himself. So, deha, body. And in this, you are the absolute. What is that? Paripurnam, anadyantam, aprameyam, avikriyam, ekameva advitiyam brahma, neha nanasti kinchana. Iha nana nasti. There is nothing called many or variety or plurality. Here there is only ekam brahma, one consciousness alone is existing. In and through this divisible, in and through this visible, divisible, apparently separated universe, one indivisible, invisible to eyes, ever existing one consciousness. If you see yourself who you are, in this body, which is bodiless awareness, you discover At once you are the body, also the bodiless awareness. If you are that, everybody also same thing. So everything has a form and a formless content, a name and a nameless content. And that is paripurnam, full and complete, all over direction. Anadi anantam, anadi antam, anadi antam. No adi, no antam. No beginning, anadi antam. No adi, no antam. No beginning, no end. Beginningless, endless. Aprameyam, cannot be seen by the sense organs. Eyes, ear, taste, touch cannot see it, cannot perceive this consciousness. It is avikriyam, free from vikriya, modification. Thoughts full of modification, body full of modification, creation full of modification, itself one. There is nothing other than it. Be that for yourself. It is Sadghanam, Chidghanam, Anandaghanam, Nityam, Sadghanam. Ghanam means nothing other than it. Ananda Ghanam, pure joy and joy and joy, bliss. And the same thing you consider the Chidghanam. First you consider yourself, know yourself who you are, consciousness. The Chit is Sat, ever existing. And whenever you are happy with yourself, you are with yourself. Whenever you are with yourself, you are happy. Whenever you are happy, you are with yourself. So Ananda Ghanam. So that which you call as the Chit, awareness, that itself is Sat, ever existent. That itself is Ananda, ever blissful. Chidghanam, ekameva, one without a second. So when you take up these verses, please see the beautiful. You take up these words to see the wordless reality. When you take up this form, you see the formless reality. That is why words are used to take you to the wordless, nameless. That indeed is yourself. Neha nanasti kinchana. What else it is? Read. See, all these simple verses already you have seen. Just go through it and think over it. Pratyage kara sampurnam anandam sarvato mukham ekameva dvayam brahma neha nanasti kinchana aheyam anupadeyam anadeyam anashrayam ekameva dvayam brahma neha nanasti kinchana. Right. So pratyaga ekarasam purnam anantam sarvato mukham. Please see, a series of words, but all the words mean same thing. If you don't understand Chit, you are not going to understand Sat. If you are not going to understand Sat, you don't understand Ananda. If you don't understand Ananda, you are not going to understand Ekam. If you don't understand Ekam, you don't understand Advitiyam, one without a second. So each, are you getting that? One word you understand, simultaneously 1,000 words explode in your head. That is the beauty of this knowledge. Because all the words mean the same thing. Different words don't mean different things. Are you getting that? When you say car, it is not a cart. When you say cart, it is not radio. When you say radio, it is not lotus. When you say lotus, it is not a monkey. When you say monkey, it is not a house. But when you say Sat, Chit, Ananda, Brahma, Advityam, all the words mean same thing. Even when you say monkey, immediately it is the form. But what is the content of it? Sachidananda. Same thing everywhere. That is why it becomes such a beautiful thing. You see through your relative identities and you recognize your absolute identity that you are. And relative identities are too many. no problem. So many names are there. Whereas in absolute, there is only one thing, and same for everybody. It is something pratyageka pratyagatma, pratyak. In everybody, pratyeka. In everybody, it is there as one. Pratyagatma, I, in everybody. Same meaning. Do you understand that? Sit down one time and see for yourself. When you say the word I, what does it mean to you? When you think the word I, what does it mean to you? Does your mind love contemplating upon it? Ask yourself. Or it wants to contemplate on games, trips, food. What does it love? Hey, it doesn't matter other things it loves. Tell him, you can have everything, but first solve this one. You want to really enjoy life, be happy. Looking for happiness, you can't enjoy life. Are you getting that point? Looking for happiness, you will be tired. You will not be happy. You want to really enjoy life? Be happy. Are you getting that concept? When you are happy, you enjoy everything. A cuckoo sings, spring breeze blows, there is rain, there is summer, there is winter. Every little thing catches your eyes. When you are unhappy, miserable, listen, when you are unhappy, miserable, and your mind is totally preoccupied, even if a forest, if there is a lotus, thousands of lotus blooming that side, you will be empty. Your eyes will not even recognize such a beautiful sight. And by chance somebody asks you, did you see that Padmavana, the lotus forest? Lotus? Where? You travel through that. You are passing through beautiful, fragrant flowers everywhere. But it doesn't what happens. What happens? Because head is totally preoccupied. The mind is completely preoccupied. That is why, what do you see in the world? Unhappy people trying to be happy. What do you see in the world? Unhappy people trying to be happy and sell that source of happiness. Why do you think movies sell? Who creates the movies? Who creates the movies? Unhappy people or happy people? Are you getting that? Unhappy, miserable people because he wants to make some money out of it. Entertainment industry. So he wants to sell. The actors, actresses also miserable. Personal relationship failure, money, comparison, everything there. So somehow they must do something. One beautiful story, thrilling story. And who is going to go there? Unhappy, miserable, frustrated humanity. For an escape happen. So the person who is making that dream is escaping into that. The person is going to watching that dream played out in the screen, also escaping into that. It's a huge industry. Unhappiness people attempting to create a huge industry. When there are billions of such people lost in that, and you tell them, hey, you are the happiness. Stampede is not a word. Some other word you should be created. You will be decimated by billions and every cell of your body will be decimated by somebody because that many people are there. Now 5 billion people are there. The 5 billion people will do it, destroy you. Like yesterday I was telling you, the person who is creating a symposium on happiness as an industry, if you tell him happiness is yourself, now their whole business is closed. the religions will close down. You know that? The temples, churches, the so-called religious houses, everything will close down. Already closing down. Why? Because people are no more interested in happiness in a puja or in worship. People are more interested in go to a bar or a dance or a music club. They are interested in that. And why people are worried? Listen. Why people are worried? The religious people are worried because members are dwindling. So what? Donations will dwindle. So what? We'll die. So are they going to do it for the safekeeping of the truth or their own safekeeping? You understand? It's a business. Think. You must see that. But if you are a happy person, now you can create. That is where the creativity. What is creativity? Dance, music, everything for the sake of God. The dance is for the sake of God, music for the sake of God. If there is no vulgarity, obscenity, but everywhere there is beauty, aestheticism, that becomes a natural blossoming of this wisdom. Because when you are alone and happy, what shall you create? Nonsense? Nasty stuff? Beautiful things only. That is where culture becomes so beautiful. Just think of it. When you sing some beautiful song, is it necessary to show your body? Just think. Just think. When you are dancing for the God, is it necessary to show all your body? When do you make the body attractive? When there is no content in song and the dance. Are you getting that? The song that you are singing is so stupid. The dance you are having is so stupid. You attract person with a body. That is why it becomes vulgarity, obscenity. Are you getting that? Please. So, shall we say human body is vulgar? Huh? No. Artistic presentation, if you can have it, look at Khajuraho. Look at, what is that place? Konarak. Absolute presentation of nude bodies. And you don't call it as pornography. Because celebration of art and living depends where you see it. You see it in the temple structure, you feel God, divine. You see it in a magazine, you will see it's nuts. Understand how it is? Please see that. Happiness. You are happy with yourself. Pratyeka rasam, always. And you see the same thing everywhere. Then the world will be a different place. There is no question of planning to destroy somebody, killing somebody. Purnam, ekarasam, always the same, no change. Morning change, evening, morning different, midnight different. No, that is not conscious. That is not self, the truth. Happy morning, evening, midday, midnight, anytime, always restful, contented with yourself. Purnam, fullness, anantam, endless, sarvato mukham. Manifesting in all possible forms. There is no place where it is not. You can see it in every sound, taste, touch, smell, sight. In every experience, you see yourself. Remember that as your nature. Aheyam, you cannot get out of it. Think of it. Aheyam, naheyam. You can't get rid of it. Try to get rid of it. Do one thing. The best way to be with it is trying to get rid of it. Are you getting that? The easiest thing to try to be with it is trying to get rid of it. Suppose you want to get rid of a mosquito. How long it takes? Easy. Take that machine, the cricket bat, not cricket bat, tennis bat, and all the mosquitoes are gone. Or throw them out. Give them smoke, it's gone. You can smoke the mosquito out. You can chase the animals out. You can chase the enemy out. Okay? You can chase the body also. Sleep and ignore the body. A thought you can chase out. Please chase out consciousness. That is the best way of to find out whether it is difficult to be with it or easy to be with it. Try to chase it out. Are you getting that? If suppose by chance it is something which is self-dismissing, you cannot be with it. Like a cloud. You can't be with a cloud because the cloud is self-dismissing. It appears and goes away. Is it necessary to be with this space? Try to chase the space out. The space cannot be chased. Therefore, you are stuck. Like that, you are happily stuck with infinity. Happily stuck with the absolute. Happily stuck with the happiness. Whereas difficult to be with the thought. But what people say? Difficult to be happy and easy to be with the thought. What are you talking? It's really difficult to be silence, you know. So much sound, I see. Sound can be switched off. You cannot switch on the silence, nor you can switch off the silence. Sound can be switched on as well as switched off. Switch on the silence. Switch it off. This morning we were walking. Beautiful moonlight. And the road lights are there. So I say, Arunachala, go. Before I say, he knows now. Because I don't like light. So he goes there and says, switch off. I say, excellent. One whole thing is gone. Very nice. Again the next day, switch off. Very good. Beautiful moonlight. I say, switch off that one. I switch off. Now he is smiling. Why is he smiling? You can switch off the street light. Can you switch off this moon? Because you are not lighting it. A relative example, which moon also can be switched off. By itself it will switch off. It is self-dismissing. In a full no moon night, you cannot bring a moon. It is self-dismissing. But switch off the consciousness, switch off your eyes, finish. See, open. Don't see, don't be conscious. Come on, try. Be conscious. Yes. Don't be conscious. Do you see? Yes. Are you conscious of your seeing? Yes. Now don't see. And don't be conscious of not seeing. Right? How difficult it is. You understand? That easy is this wisdom. If you complicate it with concepts, practices, practice orientation, concept orientation, oh boy. Already life is miserable. They make the religion so much more miserable that you feel comfortable in your life. Nothing to do with religion. Why people are not going to that useless places anymore? Because they make it so more uncomfortable. Don't do this. Only thing they say, don't do this, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this, do this. And who is talking that? The fool will be doing it quietly, doing everything. And he is telling you not to do this. Oh boy, what a headache. Ishvara, see for yourself. Try to change it. Aheyam. Naheyam. You can't get rid of it. Anupadeyam. Aheyam. Aheyam. Anupadeyam. Right. It is something cannot be, he says superlative, meaning it cannot be compared. No, upadeyam. Heyam, upadeyam means which is needed, which is something which you can never stop needing or using. That way, the language is like that. Heyam cannot be avoided. Heyam cannot be avoided. Upadeyam, which is good. Anupadeyam, which you cannot say, you cannot dismiss it as good, and cannot dismiss as something as needed. Meaning it is always needed. At no time it can be dismissed. You have to live with it. Understand? And that makes it easier for us. Body, even if you struggle to be with it, you cannot be. Bodiless awareness, even if you struggle to get rid of it, you cannot. Mortality of the body. Body being mortal, even if you want to keep it alive, you cannot. Truth about yourself, even if you want to kill it, you cannot. See how nice it is? When you want to get out of it, you see, physically you want to be getting sensations, even if you try your best, you can't maintain it. Happiness, even if you want to get out of it, you cannot get out of it. Now which one you want, happiness or sensation? Isn't it? There is no either or. It's not a Hamletian conflict. To be or not to be. This is nonsense. Here to be and not to be. To be or not to be is a Hamletian conflict. That is the mindset of the good, bad, right, wrong, that type of black and white thinking. To be or not to be, what nonsense. That's not a conflict. That is a conflict. When the truth is, when you know yourself, shall I be happy or shall I look for sensation? Be happy and look for sensation. Be happy, I don't want it. Choice is yours. But your happiness will not go away just because you lose it, or your happiness will not come just because you are having it. Therefore, you have no Hamletian conflict here. Here is a freedom to be and not to be. Choice is yours. You decide. Happy with yourself. Ayam anupadeyam. And it's something anadeyam. You cannot handle it. Meaning cannot be given up. Anasrayam. No asrayam. It has no shelter. If it has a shelter, if you remove the shelter, it will go. Suppose the flower is left on the table. If you remove the table, the flower will fall. How do they hang people? They put them on the stand, them on the chair. Remove the chair, finished, hanged. So if the truth is based on something, if you remove that base, the truth is hanged. That is why many religions hang the truth. Because it's based on a God, based on a book, based on a person. Remove the fellow, the truth is hanged. You understand how pathetic it is? If it is based on something, asraya means shelter. If it is standing on something, if you remove it, the truth is hanged. Now your truth is now, listen, your truth is in that book, in that form, or in that formless concept. So whoever takes it away, your truth is hanged. Now you feel hanged because you hold on to that. Therefore you want to hang the other people. That is where comes your killing in the name of your faith. So unfortunate. Anasrayam. Why? Because it doesn't depend on anything. That is yourself. Who you are. Independent of every concept, every thought, every perception. Tasmat ekam eva dvitiyam brahmaneha nasti kinchana. There is nothing other than it. Just read that, we shall see in the evening. We shall see. These are all verses already explained, nothing. Nirgunam nishkalam sukshmam nirvikalpam niranjanam ekamevadvayam brahma neha nanasti kinchana anirupya swarupam yat manovacha ekamevadvayam brahma neha nanasti kinchana. Okay, we'll see in the afternoon. Okay? Don't rely on the verses. Why? If verses becomes the asraya, book is gone, truth is gone. Verses not coming, truth is gone. Are you getting that? No words, truth is gone. It's there. If certain words are forgotten, you create new word and talk about it. If you know the truth, are you getting that point? If you know the truth, you create a new set of words. That is why in Upanishadic tradition, what is the scripture? Not only the books that are already there, but anybody writes down also becomes scripture. Shankara's writings also scripture. Why? Because that is same thing Upanishad. She doesn't have to be a book only million-year-old. Why should it be? If it is there, nice. But suppose when the flood comes, it is gone. Memory comes, some people's memory fail, it is gone. Write some new books and that is the scripture. Why? Based on myself. So always kept. You don't have to get stuck on only this book. Same words are used everywhere. Same words are used everywhere. So, don't be dependent on this. Be happy with it. You see it for yourself. Then pick up these words. Why? Easy to communicate. Therefore, these words so nice. And so beautifully, meters are used. Chanting is nice. Singing is nice. Remembering. So soothes everything. So why not? But who you are is independent of everything. Close your eyes.